Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the Jurassic Park book tag. I was tagged in this by Alex's Fiction Addiction. I'll link her channel down below and I totally recommend that you check her out. She's an awesome girl and it's an awesome book channel as well. Jurassic Park is my all-time favourite movie. I love it so much, but I never knew it was based off a book. So now I feel like I need to go hunt out that book and give it a read. But anyway, let's get straight on into these questions. First one is, what's your favourite dinosaur? And for me, I've never been a huge fan of learning about dinosaurs, so I don't really know many. So I'm just going to be simple and go for the T-Rex. I mean, it is a pretty awesome dinosaur. For its size, it's quite fast. And I just love the fact that it has a big head and short arms. I just think that is totally hilarious, and I don't know what on earth happened in evolution to get it like that. But yeah, I'm going to go for the T-Rex. Now, the other questions are based off dinosaurs or Jurassic Park characters. The first one being Alan Grant. And this one is, name a character that you think will survive Jurassic Park. Now, the first character that came into my head was Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games, just because I thought, if she can survive 2 Hunger Games and a revolution where people are literally set out to kill her, she should be able to survive a park full of dinosaurs who probably, one, won't be interested because they're herbivores, and 2, they're probably more interested in fighting each other. The other thing she's got to be scared of really are the velociraptors, because they can be pretty sneaky. But for most of the part, she could just hide out in camouflage somewhere with a bow and arrow and just kill them off one by one, I suppose. Next one is Ellie Sattler. And this is, name a character who is willing to put their lives at risk for others. Now for this one, I've got 2 characters from the same series, and that is Reese and Fairy from A Court of Thorns and Roses. Now again, like with Katniss Everdeen, these were the first people who popped into my head. Basically because they both go to Aramantha's court under the mountain to save certain people. Reese goes to save the people who are under his protection at the night court. He goes there, gets on Aramantha's side so that she doesn't risk hurting those people in that court, such as his friends and other people, like I said, who are under his protection. Fairy goes there to save Tamlin and Lucian, who have been taken hostage by Aramantha. So they go there for 2 totally different reasons. None of them expect to get out alive. Well, Fairy, technically, spoiler alert, does die, but then she gets risen again as a fairy. But yeah, none of them expected to get out there alive. They put their lives at risk for others, for people they love, for people they care about. And yeah, first people who came to my head. The next one is Ian Malcolm, probably my favourite character out of the whole series. And this is a book that you could predict the ending. For this one, I'm going to go for The Widow, just because halfway through I could just tell what was going to happen. You knew the widow of the serial killer was going to be involved in it somehow. And so the ending it wasn't shocking. I kind of expected it to happen. Either she killed the person, or she knew about it, or she knew where they were buried. One of those things I knew was going to happen, and it just happened. It wasn't really good. Thrillers are meant to keep you in suspense. If you kind of guess the ending, you're like, what's the point? So yeah, I'm going to go for The Widow. The next one is Dennis Nedry. Now this is a character that I hate. I hate him so much. But the fact that Jurassic Park wouldn't have happened without him cancelling everything down. But yeah, I just hate him so much. I'm so glad he dies. This is a character who is willing to put others in dangers for their own gain. Now for this, the obvious one would be Lord Voldemort, but I don't really want to go for the obvious. So instead I've gone for Jafar in A Whole New World. Just because he does go really, really mad in this. This is quite dark. It's a YA retelling of Aladdin, but it's what would happen if Jafar gets the lamp instead of Aladdin. And oh god, he would just do anything to become the Sultan, including killing the actual Sultan, and he wants to do anything to get Jasmine to love him, and he would go to any lengths, creating a ghost army, putting other people in danger, torturing the genie, stuff like that. He is just awful. So for this one, because I had to think hard about it, if I wasn't choosing Lord Voldemort, I had no idea who to pick. So Jafar, yeah, he is awful, and he would definitely put people in harm's way to get what he wants. The next ones are all based on dinosaurs, so I apologise if I don't pronounce them right first time. The first one is Bronchosaurus, and this is a book you took a long time to finish. Now for that, I'm going to go with Strange the Dreamer. Now this is a really good book. It is quite chunky, but It took me over a week to read just because the beginning is so slow. I was worried that I'll have to mark this as I did not finish, which I didn't want to do just because people were giving it such good reviews, but this is a really slow burning fantasy. Once it gets to about halfway, I'd say it just keeps going and you're hooked. But setting it all up, it takes time, but it is worth it. Like I said, it took me a while to read. I just hope that the sequel isn't going to be as predictable as I think it is. Next one is T-Rex, and that is a book that you felt was intimidating, but you ended up loving. Now for this, I'm going to go with Replica. Now I found this intimidating for two reasons. First one, it is quite thick. Second one is from two different points of view, so the book's kind of split in half. You've got Lyra on this side and Gemma on this side. Now the reason why I was worried about reading this is because I wasn't sure how to read it. I wasn't sure if I read Lyra first and then Gemma, that it would be spoiled and I knew what was going to happen, so Gemma's side would just be totally boring. Or you could have read it chapter by chapter, so read chapter 1, read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 2. I thought that would be a bit too much, too hard. So I did end up just reading Lyra then Gemma. And I ended up loving it. They're just totally different, even though they're kind of going for the same things. Totally different people, and I was hooked in both sides, and oh, I just cannot wait for the sequel. But it looks intimidating, but it is just so good. I loved it and I was hooked. The next one is Velociraptor, and that's a fast-paced book. Now I'm going to go for a series just because I read this series really fast, and that is the Maze Runner series. Now I read these really fast. I was at university and I think I went through them in about a week, but I had a little break in between them. So the first two, I read the Maze Runner and the Scorch Trials. I read the different editions because this is where the problem came. I read these two in less than a week. I think it took me about 2 days to finish each book, but then I went to get the Death Cure, and that was when the old editions went out of print, so I could not find the Death Cure anywhere. So I had to wait until these editions came out. I had to buy the new Maze Runner and Scorch Trials because if I have a series, the books need to match. And then had to go get the Death Cure, which I read really quickly as well, probably in 2 days again. So this is such a fast-paced trilogy. I loved it so much, and I don't think anything has matched how fast-paced these are. And I read these when the first film came out, so it was quite a while ago now. But I loved them, and I just wish something else could come out that's as fast-paced as these books. Next one is Pterodactyl, and that is a book that transported you to another world. And for this, I have to go for the obvious because nothing can beat it, and that's the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling, and that also includes Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm going to pop this down because, like I said in other videos with this, it is very heavy. But nothing can beat what J.K. Rowling did, in my opinion anyway. But just a whole new world with the towns like Hogwarts itself, and Hogsmeade, Diagon Alley, Forbidden Forest, the Borough, just this whole world, the Quidditch World Cup as well, the tournaments. It was just so good, a whole new world, and it was just brilliant. Nothing can beat that. The films as well, they added to it just because you got to see this world. Illustrated books as well, it's creating a whole another world that looks different to the world you already know, but you already love it. And now you've got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is adding stuff in the past with new characters, and it's just probably the best world ever. And the fact that now, being British, I can just go down to the Harry Potter tour, see actual sets and stuff like that. It's just brilliant. I mean, yeah, I'm going to stop now because I can just keep babbling on, but Harry Potter is definitely the answer to this question. Whole new world, and it was a brilliant one as well. It does say to tag 3 people, but I'm not going to do that because I know Jurassic Park probably isn't everyone's cup of tea, even though Jurassic World has been out recently and they are making a sequel, so that might get more people into it. But if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whichever film you like, just go along and do this tag. It's been a fun tag, it's been different as well. But yeah, that's it for this video. As usual, you could like or subscribe to this channel, and there's also my Tumblr, Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram and Snapchat to follow. I will link them all below. So I will see you later with a new video. Bye!